Good morning everybody, hope you're all really well. So I'm starting today's video by getting ready, as you can see. So we've got to go out to the vets, unfortunately, again. It's that time's come around again. Take poor old Summer to have her jab and things. So I'm just gonna get ready. We've got to go out pretty soon. About 10 minutes or so. Take Summer and then come back. I've got washing to put out. I will have washing to put out anyway. We're also sorting out and tidying up and things to do today because me and Hannah are getting ready to go. I mean, Simon and Rebecca will be here, but getting ready to go to Comic-Con at the weekend. So it's Tuesday's day and we're going up on Friday. So we've got to leave Friday morning because it's going to be a long old day. We're going up by coach because it's a lot more affordable than a train. Obviously takes a bit longer, but actually not that much longer, to be honest with you. I thought it would take a lot longer, but in actual fact, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it should be a nice, quiet journey. We're going on the National Express, so we've done that before when we went to Birmingham. So I'm kind of confident, and because we've been to Liverpool for a couple of times now, 3 times I think, two, I can't remember. I'm confident that we can easily find where we need to go and stuff, so that should be good. So I just need to get my stuff sorted for that. I'm taking as little as possible, really, because I don't want to be lugging it around. So we're actually staying in a hotel. So Comic-Con is in like the Liverpool Exhibition Centre, but they also take over the ACC Liverpool, which is next to it, and the M&S Bank Arena, which is next to that. So they take up the whole 3 venues for the weekend. But the hotel that we're staying at is probably like a few minute walk away, so should be fairly easy. And I've looked at the routes on Google Maps and stuff like that to make sure I know how to get from the coach station. So with Hannah's help, we should be able to do it. But yeah, so I need to get my stuff ready for that. Take as little as possible because we're just taking like 1 case between us, because I want to take, they're a bit funny about food and drinks. You're allowed to take in like packed lunches, but they have been known to stop people before. And they take lids off people's drinks sometimes, but not other times. So hopefully this year will be better. We've never had any problems so far. So who knows, but we're taking some big 1.5 litre bottles of water to get us through the day, and another little Lucozade drink with us. There'll be other drinks and things there to get as well. There's not much in a way of like gluten-free food options though, so just going to plan on taking loads of snacks to keep us going throughout the day. And like, I've kind of thought, what can I do sandwichy wise that doesn't need refrigerating? It's tricky. So we've come up with peanut butter and also Nutella type stuff. So that'd probably be our sandwichy options. I'm sure there's something else I could have thought of, but that just seems like the easiest option to me. I'm not paying for the food prices in there. Like, they probably do some like salad or chips or something, but extortionate prices when you've already paid quite a bit of money to get in and so on. So, and obviously the hotel and the transport and things. So yeah, anyway, I best go get ready because we have got to go take Summer soon. Go drink my cup of tea and let's go. So we're back from the vets now. It went really well. Poor old Summer being prodded and poked again, but she has having problems with one of her front legs, and she's finding it a little bit tricky to get up. She's a lot more stiff than she was before. Just get up any time. So yeah, they've just basically said, I didn't know about this. They said that there's like a laser treatment they can do as well, and they can do it alongside the like Librela injection that she already has. And you just go in for your normal like appointment once, and they might do it once every 2 weeks, might do it once every month. And they do like, I don't know, a laser treatment whilst we're there with her, and it won't take very long. So that's something to think about, I guess, in the future. We don't know the cost of that one yet, so probably that would bump up our bills quite a lot, because obviously they're expensive, aren't they, pets? Very expensive, but we wouldn't be without them, would we? So, you know, we've got to do what we can for them. And yeah, those step things, she still hasn't used them, that I bought a few weeks ago I bought them. Last time you saw this vlog, I think, I bought them and like put them up ready for her to use. She doesn't use them, but I do think that by having them around, hopefully she'll get used to the fact that they're there and that she can use them in the future. Maybe if she gets used to them being there now. So fingers crossed that one day she does actually use them. Anyway, right now I've got loads of washing to get done whilst it's nice, and I need to get it done before Friday really. So I think I'm gonna wash the stuff in our baskets today, and then I'm gonna strip all the beds and things tomorrow and get all the bedding washed. So yes, whilst the weather is nice and warm, get it all done. That's one lot of washing out, another lot on. I'm now going to make Summer's liver treats because otherwise I'll forget about it and I need to do it before we go. So I try not to touch it when it's like meat, raw meat, because I really don't like it, but I do it because it's healthier treats for Summer. And I know that she absolutely loves it. She loves the smell of it as well. It absolutely stinks when it's cooking, but she loves it. So all I'm going to do, stick it in the microwave, pop the lid on, stick it in the microwave for 5 minutes, turn it over, put it back in for another 5 minutes, and then let it cool, chop it all up and pop it in the oven on very low, probably like about 4, 3, something like that, for maybe half an hour or so till it's mostly dried out. Right, and while that is doing, I am going to go and start packing my stuff. We'll just see what I've got ready already and check some of my list for the weekend. I know I've still got to print a few tickets and stuff out, so I have printed most of them, but I've still got another photo op that we've booked to print out. Like I said, we're trying to travel as lightly as possible. I just don't want to have to carry around too much all day long, really. So I think I'm just going to make sure I've got my clothes and stuff like that for now, and worry about snacks and things later when Hannah is back and she can like help me get ready some of the stuff that she wants to take as well. She has got a bag of like clothes and bits she wants to take already, but I need to just check through it and make sure she's definitely got what she needs. A lot of the suitcase, like I said, a lot of the case is being taken up with like these. So we are going to have one each. So we're gone for 3 days. So we're going to have one each on the travel day, because we can always, the coach stops in Birmingham in the coach station, so we'll be there for like an hour or so. And I know from when we went there last year to Birmingham, there was like a Starbucks or a Costa or something in the station, and maybe someone to get something to eat possibly. So we've got that's kind of covered, I think. So should be okay then, with just one bottle of water with us. And then we've got like another one each for Saturday, plus one each of these for Saturday, and then another big bottle of water and another Lucozade each for Sunday. And like I said, on the way back we can always pick more up, because I think our hotel is pretty near a little Tesco's as well, so we can always grab a few more bits then. So just gonna check through my list and see what we've got, and hopefully get some of it sorted out. So aside from like snacks and drinks and stuff, I'm gonna sort my clothes out. So, but first of all, so I'm taking some pillowcases Might seem a little bit weird to a lot of people, but I'm really funny about sleeping on hotel pillows. So, and I haven't got, normally I would take my own pillow if we were traveling in the car. But I don't have that option because we're just taking one case between us. So I'm just going to take 2 pillowcases, pop it on the pillow, and I will feel better. So might seem really weird to a lot of people, but that's just what I do. So, and I have always done things like that. So then I'm taking underwear and socks, because I might want to, I've got a pair of socks for each day, but also a pair of clean socks for like the hotel if I fancy it, just in case I feel like I need fresh socks, you know. And then I'm gonna take these like slipper things, just for something also to pop on in the hotel room. I don't think we're going to be spending that much time in the hotel room, but they don't take up much room. They're not like solid slippers, they're just like those slipper, like thin sock type ones. And then, so I'm thinking of, so I'm taking a strappy top, and then I'm going to take my t-shirts, and then what I'm going to do is wear a strappy top under my t-shirt, under whichever t-shirt, and because you get photos taken with certain people, and I want to wear the t-shirts because I love all of them and they're in different programs and stuff. I want to wear different t-shirts to go with the different programs and stuff, you know what I mean. So if I wear a strappy top underneath, that means I can just take my t-shirt off anywhere and I've still got a top on. Haven't got to go find somewhere to change, so that'll be handy. I'm going to pack my t-shirt. So I've got this one, Harrison Wells, from, if any of you have seen the Flash series. So a lot of the Flash guests are there, but we are not paying for the prices that they're charging. So Grant Gustin, who actually plays the Flash, is going to be there. But they're charging £105 for an autograph and £105 for a photo, which is a bit much, really. And it's not, you know, we like the Flash, we do love it, but it's not something that, you know, if it was Lord of the Rings, I would probably pay anything to see any of them. So, and then we are also seeing James McAvoy. And although this isn't strictly anything he's been in, I do know that he likes Star Trek, and I like Star Trek as well, so I thought I'd wear a nice Star Trek t-shirt. I've got those. I've actually just booked last minute guest as well that we're having a picture with. I don't know if you've seen Stranger Things, or he's been in a few other things as well, but Jamie Campbell-Bower, if you know who he is, I suppose he's not mega famous, is he? But if you know who he is, you know who he is. So, I mean, Hannah are really excited to be having a photo with him. Don't know if we're going to get an autograph yet or not. And then I'm just going to pack just a pair of leggings, because they roll up really small, just as a change of trousers, really, in case you need them. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm taking as little as possible. I'm not taking any spare, like, jeans. And I'm not taking a spare jumper. I'm just going to wear the one jumper. I'm not even going to take a coat. I'm just going to take, like, a packer, or we call them maca packers. We always have. If you've seen in the night garden, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and then other than a few items of clothing, just need to remember the normal things like toothbrush, toothpaste, hair stuff, any makeup we want to take, glasses, chargers. I'm going to take my Kindle so I can read something on the way up, because it's a long journey. I think Hannah's going to take a book as well. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to get on with this, and I will see you a little bit later on. So I'm just going to grate some cheese, and whilst I do that, I thought we'd have a little chat. So let's see what you've been watching lately. Have you watched any good TV programmes recently? Because I finally, last week, watched Adolescence, which I think everybody's been talking about on Netflix. And yeah, I know my daughter was watching it first. So I've been wanting to watch it, but I just didn't have time. But I thought it was quite good. Personally, I feel like I think different episodes are aimed at different people. I felt like most of the whole thing was aimed, sorry, cutting the cheese, was aimed at like teenagers. I think it's meant to show them like the consequences of what happens if you do something like the boy did. Yeah, I think that is the main point of it, for showing teenagers that actually a lot of serious problems can happen. Sorry, the camera's wobbling around now because I'm doing this. But I also think like the last episode, so there's 4 episodes, they're like an hour long each. I think the last one is kind of aimed at like families and parents of the children, or it's partly still aimed at the children so they can see how it affects the family, but I think it's also aimed at the family to make them maybe understand and realise that they should actually be watching what their children or teenagers are doing online and out and about and stuff. Maybe they actually need to pay a little bit more attention to what's happening in their children's lives, because I think too many children are just left to do whatever they want, and 1, there's no consequences to their actions. 2, they are just allowed out at all hours and they're not monitored on any kind of online presence. So yeah, I think it's quite good in that sense. I don't feel like overall it was a really good programme for me, but I do feel like it gave quite a good message. I just hope that the right people see it, that need to see it, because yeah, it's kind of a scary world these days, isn't it, that our children are growing up in. It makes you kind of worry about your children's future and what is it going to be like for them in 20 years if they become parents, or so yeah. So I think I did enjoy watching that. I think everybody needs to watch it, really. Yeah, so that's one thing I've watched recently. I want to start, there's something on, I think it's Disney, called The Stolen Girl. I don't know if any of you have seen that. If you have, let me know what you think. I want to start watching that pretty soon. It just looks really good. I like all sorts of programmes, to be fair. I've mentioned this before. I'm not into in one genre in general, but ITV do have a lot of really good like crime dramas and things like that, so we will like watching that. We've also been enjoying Britain's Got Talent. There's some crazy people on there. If you've been watching Britain's Got Talent, who is your favourite? Who do you think is going to win? We've just watched the first live show thing, and I love what they're called. I can't remember what they're called. It's the people with all the like lights. I can't remember what they're called now. Never mind. If you've seen it, you will know who I'm talking about. But they are so good. I actually love them. I can't wait to see what they come up with next. I definitely agree that they could potentially win this year. There's so many talented people on it. Like that guy, the magician guy, real quick change magician guy, and he had like the braces that come over and all his shopping bags. It was so modern, and just, well, I really enjoyed watching that. So there's a few really good people that are in it. There's a few crazy ones that, and there's always a few like terrifying ones, or you know, that are meant to scare everybody. And then another thing that I love watching, I just find it so entertaining. I never thought that I would. I love Gogglebox on Channel 4, and it's just really entertaining watching other people watch what you're watching. It's really weird like setup and the idea, but it does really work and it's really entertaining. And you get to really know some of the like people on the show. I've been watching it for years and years. So that's another one that I really love. Let me know what your favourite programmes are, and if there's anything you'd recommend, please. That is the cheese all grated. I've got these, you know, I showed you those tiles, you may or may not know, a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago. So, and I said they were like puffy. Well, I found some different things because I don't think I'm going to get on with those very well. It's just these. They're literally just tile stickers. They're just white stickers. So I'll show you the difference. So that is what the tiles looked like. Well, what they do look like. And this is them with the tile stickers on. So you can, if you look close up, so you can still like see some of the edge of the tiles. But I'm quite happy with those actually. And if you look from a little further out, I think they will make a little bit of a difference to brightening up the kitchen. So I think I'm going to stick with those. And I got them on Amazon. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with those. Right. Oh my gosh, it's quarter 1:45 now, so I am going to go and have some lunch. I've got some genius crumpets from my neighbour. She does like oleo collections, which I've said before is like in England or the UK, like a app where you can get free food that's been going out of date by supermarkets. So I've got a pack of crumpets from her, so I'm gonna have some of those for lunch today. Lunch done. I'm gonna go and sit in the garden and eat that now, I think. So we've just come out to have a little look around in the range. So we're after some sort of like parasol, umbrella type thing. And they did have some in Home Bargains a couple of weeks ago that looked alright, but they didn't have them, did they?
No, they didn't.
So we went like, was it last night?
Yep.
I can't even remember. And they didn't have the bases and they didn't have the biggest ones. So we're going to have a look in the range and just see what they've got in there and hope that we can find something that's going to be okay, because we really need something. There's no shade in the garden once the sun comes up and over, and it's going to be just a bit too warm for summer, especially I think tomorrow's meant to be up to 25 degrees, maybe 24, 25. So we just see what they got, shall we? We're thinking of getting this 20 kilo one, 40 quid, yeah?
Yeah.
To go with, potentially to go with this one, because it goes with the 2.7 metre parasol. And also this one, it's got like a tilt function. So we're back from the range. We actually did pick up the 2.7 metre, I don't know what you call it, parasol umbrella, sun shield thing. And also a 20 kilo base. Hopefully that'll be enough to hold it up. Should be, I think. So Simon's going to probably put those up in a minute whilst I'm doing a bit of hoovering and stuff like that. And it's really, really hot out. Summer is being a woolly again and laying out on the grass. It's not real grass, so it's not nice and cool. It's plasticky grass. So it's probably really horrible for her to lay on. But we've got some of these a few weeks ago when we popped into Aldi. Doggy ice cream. So I'm going to give her one of those. It comes, there's like two carrot and apple ones and 2 with pea. Hopefully she's going to like these. Come in little pots, look. Tells you what is in it. Actually smells really nice. It just smells like vanilla ice cream. Let's go and see if she will enjoy it. Here you are, look. I think that was a winner. She's going to enjoy that and sit outside for a little bit in the shade. Now she's in the shade a little bit more. And eat the ice cream. Whilst I work on cleaning up the house, because we're going out a bit later as well after dinner or tea, so need to get on and sort that out. sell it. So now we've got that to create a little bit of shade for Summer to lay in, hopefully, and maybe for us as well. That parasol looks pretty good actually. It's 2.7 meter wide and it goes pretty tall. I'm not sure if you can adjust the height or anything on it, so I'll have a look at that a bit later, or tomorrow, but it seems to be pretty good for what it is, and I think we'll hopefully make a good lot of use of that over the summer, and it will just make our dog Summer's life a lot easier, because she's got the habit of just laying in the sun all the time. I think a lot of dogs do it. I don't know why. She's overheating, so I've just had to soak her a little bit just to cool her off. She didn't normally, she gets up and moves, but she stayed there when I did it, so she obviously needed it. But it's late afternoon now, so I am going to do a little bit on my walking pad. To be honest with you, I'm way too hot to do this, but I've promised to do these 10,000 steps every day, so I've got quite a few steps still to go. So I'm going to make a start on doing a bit of this a minute before I've got to make some tea. As we're going out, I might have to pack it up and take it with us, so probably just have to be sandwiches or something today. Yeah, just gonna have a good walk on this, but I'm probably gonna be absolutely baking by the end of this. I need a very quick shower or wash before we go out. Goodness me, I'm absolutely boiling now after that. It's pretty hot as it is, so add it on to that lots of walking and running. Yeah. So I think I might leave it there for today. All I'm going to do now is make our tea and get ready basically for us to go out tonight. So yeah, nothing particularly exciting, so I'm going to end it there for today. But hope you have a really lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you really soon in another video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye!